Off, yeah.
Hey, Isaac.
I off, yeah.
Can you hear me?
I hear you perfect.
Great.
I'm curious how you sense the field at the moment, whether it's your nervous system or the field's nervous system, but just what's the flavor and the spicing?
Uh, so much. Um, I sense panic
Mm-hmm.
and war
Mm.
and somehow at the same time huge space,
Mm.
really huge space,
Mm.
and just a very small child in panic. Like it's all
Mm.
there and it's
Mm. Yeah,
so much. So
yeah. Beautifully described.
uh, it feels like a volcano is bursting, or like
Mm.
something from the earth is showing itself, something like
Mm.
that. And it's so big that there's no, I have no clue where to go with this.
Mm. Yeah, And if you even need to go anywhere with it, it's just okay. And you know, the tendency is always to think it's personal, that it has something to do with you, and that's, you know, like, I'm not sure exactly where it's coming from. I just sense it in the field. I would say it like that, and I can sense your system is vibrating with it.
Yeah.
But
It does feel impersonal too, yeah.
yeah, great.
And it somehow it feels like too much to hold, but I know I don't have to hold anything, but
Exactly. Yeah, it's not. You know, it's like the holding is already happening. It's not a doing, you could say, because it's all appearing in awareness. Yeah.
yeah. It's like some energies are shifting or something is doing something, and this thing in me is thinking, no, 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 I don't want this, but there's no way not to let it happen, you know. Feels like dying too, for the small part. Actually, it feels like new levels of dark are coming to light. Something like that. Is it for your system easy to stay with this, with these sensations?
Yeah, quite easy. And when, to me, like, the whole field is getting quiet as we sit here. So I don't know how it is for you, but it's, yeah.
How do you sense your heart now?
Quite, quite-ish. There's some sensations in the heart.
Oh.
Yeah. What do you pick up?
I just sense this longing for that there's just peace and love everywhere, and like a heartbreak for all.
Yeah.
But it feels actually quite good because in the heartbreak there's no running away anymore.
Yeah.
It's just a heartbreak. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Sophia.
Yeah. Thank you, Isaac.
Mm. Lucy.
Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
It's nice to see you again.
Yes. Yeah, whatever's here is welcome. So welcome. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm in this space at the moment where I've created over the last couple of months a deeper sort of real time connection with my emotions. Because I've been used to going high and low, and both of those things being very numb, kind of as a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
And it's so exciting and also scary and so delicious, but so unknown to just really begin to allow my emotions to come up as they come up. And it's so lovely, but so it's this kind of
it's a big learning curve, yeah, for sure. It's like, wow.
And it's really interesting to me how how to be able to fully release a lot of the time, like I feel like I need to be witnessed. And I kind of feel narcissistic when I say that. But it is.
Let's just, so intuitively, somehow you feel that it needs to release. But I'm not 100% sure that that's true. Yeah, so to me, and you can just see if it resonates for you. I'm not asking you to take this on, but we're here, and this moment is sensations to us. As soon as the sensations, something in us tries to get away from the sensations. It's movement away. And that movement away shows up as an emotion. Emotion, literally the word means with motion. It's a movement away.
Okay.
And emotions tend to be dramatic and loud.
Yeah.
And they pull our attention. And so then and then you could say with the various emotions, there's also conditioning around them, like it's, it's not okay to cry, it's not okay to be angry, it's not okay to be, all those things. And so, with emotions, there's, you could say a conditioning to control them or to make them have meaning, or that they mean something about us or something. But it is great to get in touch with them, because otherwise, like you said, the next compensation, the first is this movement away, then the next compensation is around the movement away. And so then, then there's a way of either being numb or controlling, or, not being authentic, not letting people see, not even letting yourself see a lot of the time. So, for me, if an emotion is playing, doesn't matter what the emotion, whether it's anger, boredom, sadness, I'm always interested in just seeing if it's possible to get in touch with the sensation that's underneath. If it's possible.
So are you suggesting that and I do resonate with what you're saying, that the emotions that are coming up right now are a movement away from something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So in this case, you could say it's sadness, yeah?
It feels like stress.
Stress, yeah. Yeah, so stress is an interesting, if we slow stress down, what is stress? It's like something in our system tightens up. And from the perspective of that tightening up, it feels like we don't have enough time. So it feels like a pressure, yeah?
Yeah.
Like life, suddenly this moment feels like it's pressurized.
Yeah, that makes me feel really sad.
Yes, of course, understand. And then it'll move either into trying to speed up, to cope, or overwhelm. I can't cope.
Yeah.
So, and it might flip backwards and forwards between those. And it seems to function almost the same in all of us. So we're here, and on the screen at the moment is sadness related to a sense of, well, sadness, has a felt sense to it that of loss, you could say, of either not getting what we want, or we had something and it's gone, or
It feels
something
like
that.
it feels like a grieving for the loss of presence I had before I felt stressed.
Mm.
And I think a frustration towards myself for getting stressed.
Okay, so just check for a moment and see if even during stress and emotion and all the rest of it, there's still presence here.
Yeah, there is.
Always.
Always. There's
So
just a.
no question of losing it. It's impossible. It's always, yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah, I feel like I've cultivated a sense of presence, which is less kind of, because I think I feel like I used to experience the world just through my eyes,
yeah.
just through here, and I feel like I'm easing into kind of sinking back into the back of my head and down.
Cool. Yeah, cool.
And that also feels very new. But it just feels like there's this fog, and I think I relate that to past stories, which just brings up fear.
Yeah. So taking a moment and just curious. So there's fog here. There's a lot of learning going on, yeah? But
Yeah.
there is awareness here, yeah?
Yeah.
And then within that, within the sensations of now, just gently noticing wherever there's wanting it to be different or resistance to this moment. With no right or wrong to it, just usually that resistance is automatic and unconscious. It means nobody's doing it. It's an automaticity, either coming from conditioning or past trauma or who knows what, but something just moves into resistance. Such a familiar movement, yeah?
Yeah.
Nobody's doing it even. And just naming it, feel what happens in your system just in naming that. Okay, there's movements, automatic, unconscious, nobody's doing it. And we're just taking a moment just to gently notice, okay.
I'm getting like sort of little kind of shivers up my.
Yeah, that is trauma release. Usually. I say so authoritatively, but yeah, usually it's a trauma release. So it's healthy.
Yeah. I also feel a sense of kind of almost feeling kind of like proud of myself, because even though there is this sense of kind of floating stress, which arose around money, it's one of a big activation for me. And but I'm witnessing the kind of mental the mental strategies. I'm watching it from back here.
Yeah.
Just go try and kind of fabricate these structures in the front of my mind, and I feel even though there is that sense of stress, I do feel a sense of calmness.
Yeah.
But I am aware that I'm holding something.
Or is it accurate to say that you're holding, or is there an automatic unconscious pattern that's holding?
My nervous system, perhaps.
Yeah. And so just honoring that.
Yeah.
Just tuning into it and honoring it however you feel it in the nervous system. It's not wrong, it's not bad. And anybody on this meeting who wants to explore alongside, you're welcome. Just wherever there's. Yeah. And just identifying, okay, where in the body activity there's tightening up, and just gently noticing. And then if it feels, perfect. And then just asking the question, does it help in any way? Is it useful or is it necessary right now, that tightening up?
Just feels really old.
Yeah, good. And so you just ask the question, in this present moment, is it useful or necessary?
No.
No, cool. And then just very gently notice if something in the nervous system gets just a little bit softer.
Yeah.
And then important is just to notice that you survived. So your assessment, you see, you're reestablishing trust. It's not necessary right now. Cool. And you questioned and you got it. So then it's giving your nervous system, specifically your reptilian brain, new information. Because at some point, it might have seemed useful for that tightening up and like that. But are you just seeing in this moment? I mean,
my mind is telling me it's necessary for the future.
okay. And then so now you should question that again. Is it actually necessary for the future, or is there a trusting? Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But all we're questioning is if that tightening up actually helps in any way.
No, it's just keeping me on guard for something which isn't necessarily going to happen.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then whatever does come along the tubes, I mean, you'll deal with it as you can, with whatever, especially, and we certainly deal with things a lot better when we're resourced and when we just can see. When we're frantic, we usually, somehow that way of functioning, tends to be messy.
And when you said that emotions are a step away from something,
A movement away.
A movement away. But it's still healthy to allow those things to come up, not to, you know what I mean? Like, not to resist that stepping away.
No, it's not about resisting. It's just recognizing. See, when an emotion happens, usually it's loud.
Yeah.
And so our attention goes to it. And usually with an emotion, like if there's sadness, there's a whole bunch of other things that come up, like what's wrong with me, or is it safe to show other people that, there's all that stuff comes up, and then shame sometimes, and like being hard on ourselves. So it's usually all of that comes with the emotion. But once we recognize that the emotion is a movement away from a sensation, then it's like, okay, I'm okay with that emotion. I mean, I see this just a movement, and then what's underneath?
Yeah. Because I kind of feel proud. I feel proud of the emotions that I'm showing you in the group right now. Like I feel, I feel empowered by them.
By them, yeah, great. So you can see, but also not a place to get. I would say not a place to get stuck. It's great when there's been a history or a habit, you could say, of suppressing or controlling. When they can start to, that can free up and it can show itself.
Process in real time.
Yeah. And then, to you, in a way, it's an opportunity just to go deeper and just, okay, what's underneath? Yeah.
I feel like when I'm met with a nervous system which has space and can hold in that loving awareness field, it all comes up.
For sure.
Correlating,
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Super welcome, and we can check. I like this very much. Just if you go to gallery view for a moment, and we can just ask the community if anyone got any value out of this, because we can just usually people get value, and it's so So you can see just your experience. It feels good to see that, yeah? It's not.
Yeah, it feels really good.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to admit, I just had Isaac's face because
Yeah, no,
I guess
usually,
I
I mean,
was
that's usually, yeah, usually when it's when we're exploring one-on-one, then it's, I have you on my screen in big and you have me on your screen in big. But then afterwards, we can just check with the community and see, wow, did other people also get value? And I find that a beautiful question just to see, oh, okay, this inquiry is not for anyone specific. It's for consciousness, yeah?
I've noticed the ego trip before of me being like, not my mind being like, I'm the only one who feels this deeply. No one else understands me. I want to be the one who feels the most. Like I witnessed that so much, and I feel like that's something which really has shifted recently as well, as that I've been able to understand that I'm really the same as everyone else, and that's been such a bitter pill to swallow, but so liberating, because I've come into a space of community so much more, and so bless my mind, bless compassion. Thank you. So liberating.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
Oh, love, love, love. Yes. Sylvie.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Sylvie. Coming up to full moon, and apparently there's an eclipse coming too, eh?
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that tends to stir up energies and stuff. Yeah, tonight we went out to a nearby little town for dinner, and the moon was rising, and there's all these parakeets that so noisy. They so noisy, flying in all the trees.
Oh,
It's quite magical.
it's now full moon at the moment.
Yeah, here. Well, it's nighttime here, so the moon is coming. It's not quite full. I think it's just before.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I always, not on every full moon, but I used to, I cannot sleep with full moon. So the last 2 nights, it was difficult for me to sleep, but that makes sense then. Yeah, again.
Yeah. And an eclipse coming, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's why.
Maybe, who knows? I mean,
Yeah, I have a few times a year that I cannot sleep at that full moon, and so much emotions, and or the days before, indeed. Yeah. So
yeah.
what I also felt when Afje was speaking, and this week I felt really a deep sadness, like a sort of grief. What's coming for the planets when people start.
It's going around. It's in the field so strong at the moment, and to my sense of things, and people are also weary. It's been long and hard, this whole lockdown after lockdown, and watching the story. So there's a lot of different flavors. Yeah, today I got a call from someone in the Sangha whose best friend's husband was laying on the floor, so sick from the vaccine, and
oh, really? Yeah.
she really thought that her friend had been hearing her when she'd been telling her of all the dangers, and then to find that her friend and her husband had gotten, and their kids, and she was just broken hearted. Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah, it's strange times,
Yeah.
And of course, it's so interesting because, like a guy that I've known since I was 1, we grew up together, and anyway, he's just got the shot, and it's just, yeah. What can you do? It's just like,
Yeah.
there's love. I can honor his path, and I can just go, okay. Sorry to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, also in our families, people have been vaccinated and not yet. They haven't had any. How do you say that? They are
Side effects.
yeah side effects. But people I know, one is dead and one is in the hospital. From the people I know, yeah. So
A lot going on in the
yeah.
field. Yeah. And here we are.
Yeah.
Galaxies upon galaxies upon galaxies. I mean, it's just, this whole movie is so vast, yeah. We can lose perspective sometimes. And, yeah. We really never know what anything's good for. It's lovely to rest. Huh?
Yeah. My mind is going when I can do my lawsuit. When I feel like this, I'm blessed. Yeah.
Thanks for.
Thank you.
Ah, Pramanjali. Hi. I wonder if there's a way to turn off that voice. Something new.
Is it in your computer, Isaac?
I hear it. I hear it when
I also don't know. I will ask Eva if she changed
it
something.
it just started. It started. I think yesterday with Bas.
Oh, really?
Bas, what did you do, Bas?
Oh. I like it though.
You like it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, it lets everybody know. Yeah. Judith, hi.
Hi, Isaac.
Amazing resting and just seeing how many multi-dimensional flows there are at any given moment. Hey, it's just yeah. Thanks, Judith.
Thanks, Isaac.
Yeah, beauty. Christopher. Hey. How is it for you to sit together like this?
My stomach like does this, like contracts up,
Okay.
and I feel your system very clean.
Hmm.
In that there's joy.
Hmm.
And then my system, first of all, it's a heartbeat, do 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 do, and
Mhm.
then shaking, fear. It's very, it's a combination of fear and joy.
Far out. You know, fear and excitement are very close also.
hear the echo of my speaker?
A little bit, yeah.
I can turn a little bit down. Yeah, I noticed that my stomach does this. It's like contracting. Yeah, your system feels very clean.
Right. Easy in me to just enjoy with you right here now. It's just simple and sweet, and yeah. In my view, it's beautiful when our nervous system gets to meet a nervous system that it feels safe with, because then it can get new information that maybe we never got from our caregivers or our parents. So there's just a natural download, or whatever you want to call it, transmission. It's no doing, it's just what happens when our system feels trust and resonance. I mean, safety and resonance, and
Yeah, it's almost like your system is like dissolving the fear. In my system, it feels safe.
yeah, beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. It's beautiful that your system can get that information. All is well. All is well. Yeah. With luck, we would have got that when we were babies, but many of us never got that. So, but it's never too late. This is great.
No. Yeah. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Christopher. Yeah. Vedanta. Hi.
Hello. Oh, I feel very shaky the whole morning. And when you started with Afia, it was, oh, I could resonate a lot. And, you know, when Wednesday was a meeting around the situation, and I wasn't there because I felt it's too much. But then the next 3 days, I was so much in the internet just for research and here and it was, and the strongest is that now the kids should have the vaccination so far. So, and I feel helpless, rage, relax, all up and down, and it is how it is. And but just to speak it once,
Yeah.
just to speak it, and yeah, yeah, because also this now vaccinated and not vaccinated, it comes somehow strange, such a strange field is created, and I feel I don't want to go into this, that I have to avoid one or the other, or what not to want, what to do. I mean, it feels in between, like life threatening, or I don't know. It's really, really, really strong. It's
Strong times.
very, very strong. Yes. Yeah. But I'm not here. Something. And during the meeting also, suddenly there was a jump into my back, like pain wanted to come. And I know then there is a jump actually, then I avoid the sensation actually when the body goes into something like this.
Thanks, Santa.
Thank you.
True. Hi.
Hey. Wow. Feels there's a lot moving, and yeah, there's somehow quite a deep frustration sometimes when I look at certain aspects of how the world, I mean, not that I understand, but yeah, feels like a bit hopeless sometimes, from certain perspectives.
Yeah.
And
Beautifully described.
somehow, yeah, I feel I need that on some levels. I have the feeling I really have to take care of my of the system somehow, like to integrate or to move the body and then it's beautiful to feel this, yeah, in this community, and it's always like, wow, a sense of relaxation. And then I could see there was such a speeding up in between the whole system, and it takes it seems to take a while to really slow down again. It's it's speeding up and more. Like there's less and less control then, and there's no regulation then. It's like going faster and faster. And still somehow there's a layer around around the screen which sees, okay, it's happening, but it has effects on the body, and
So there's a kind of a, there's a kind of a letting go that's in the direction of like resignation and depression, and there's a kind of letting go that's letting go. It's like free fall.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. The old mechanisms, they all try to help, and they just don't work. Yeah, this fall. That's that's a good one. That's like never ending free fall.
Never ending free fall. Yeah.
No up and down.
Yeah. Falling into the heart of now, something like that.
Yeah, it's really funny. I mean, funny what's happening. What life is doing. It's always surprising. Thank you.
Thanks, Yashrin. Yeah, big love. Katharina.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey. Mm. so much gratitude. Yeah. For what you allowed me to feel and step into and share. And just right now, it felt like I dropped back into myself. I feel dropping back into myself, and at the same time, my body expands. And not only the body, but I just feel this, like, yeah, like being filled up with myself, and the space between us gets wider. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So beautiful to meet like this. It's just, yeah.
I moved house and now I'm living alone, and it's very exciting in a way.
Fun.
Yeah, I have much more space and nature now around me, much more peace. And still, I felt this morning, I should not, I should be able to be here alone and feel connected. But it's much more beautiful with the Sangha. And sometimes I feel we just go to work and create all these human things to be together. Why not create more of what we do and what you hold the space for? Because we just long to be feeling each other. And I think that's the sadness that Swain is speaking about. We have all the capacity to create another place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
We are. Yeah, right now, right here, right now we are. Yeah.
Yeah, we are doing it. Yeah, it's happening.
Love meeting love.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so easy that if this can be the base or the reference point for
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I just realized in the time that I learned from you how much more and more I can hold the space I'm in, when things happen and triggers, but I also allow myself when it's enough to show up, to get angry or there's no resistance.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Then it gets more playful.
Definitely.
Myself, to be yourself, or to forgive myself when I feel shame or I did something like out of my comfort zone, and then I can embrace the shame or embrace the fear. So, just thank you. So happy to have connected to you.
Yeah, beauty.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sandra.
Hi, Isaac and everyone.
Hi.
I'm also happy that I have connected to you and the field. And I just want to say, Isaac, after the silent retreat, there is not only changes in the everyday life privately, but also professionally. And I can see how really, really deep it went into the system, and
Fantastic.
oh, it's so fantastic, really. It's it makes such a difference for the system to be in life, to be more relaxed and not to jump so much on the patterns that it was before. And
Oh, how
just
beautiful.
wanted to really share that with you and the Sangha. It's so beautiful to have those time outs with you and you all. It's so precious beyond words, really. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah. And of course, I will be in the next silent retreat too.
I was looking with Ava to see when, because, people need to be able to host and all that stuff. So it looks like at the moment, July 2nd to July 15th.
Yeah.
Very close to the date it was going to be at Jonathan. So
yeah, super. Yeah. So I will keep that free then. Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
At this moment, it looks like that's the date.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It feels like such an energetic embrace. It's just, I'm blown away. I'm just seeing how our Sangha is maturing and deepening, and the capacity to meet us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. I also see it in actually in like everyone,
Yeah.
Isaac, thank you so much, and everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Ina.
Isaac.
Hi, Ina.
Hi. I like to sit with you.
Oh, I like to sit with you. I'm curious what you sense happening in your nervous system when we rest like this, if anything.
It feels like a little bit like drifting away in relaxation.
Mm.
And it also feels like there is tiredness coming out of the body.
Okay.
And at the same time, there is so much more resting.
Yes. Far out.
And we're sitting together, then my mind gets more quiet. Or the mind gets more quiet.
Yeah.
I can see that the system has a quite active mind, which can be joyful, but there's also an aspect in the mind which is always like criticizing inwardly, and also outwardly. I can see it has become more.
And just to honor it, and is it necessary in this moment?
No, it's not necessary
Not
at all.
necessary, clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's more like, whoa, it's working like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that question is useful. Just, is it necessary? No, it's not. Okay, cool. Then
No, it's not at all.
Yeah.
Oh, and I also feel that it's more. There's more capacity to see the mind working and at the same time fall into the heart.
Yes. Yeah.
It doesn't interfere
Fully
so much.
out. Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, like that. And you, what are you experiencing?
Like literally a rewiring of different neural pathways and stuff like that. Like just, and without any effort, without any doing, just in that resting and that seeing it's not necessary, then old firing patterns are just kind of making different connections, more fun ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I really want to thank you and the Sangha for holding me the last months, because it has been such a great help and gift. Yeah. Thank you.
Resha and then Lily.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Resha.
No agenda. So what do you feel? I really ask you, but no.
Resting.
And
That's
I
great.
also want to say thank you to you and all. We always have the Hamburg meeting Mondays, and it came up that what the world is needed, and love and compassion and peace and all this and resting, and you are big support for this. I'm so thankful, Isaac. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
Lily, where did you go? Just can you wave your hand again? Ah, there I see you.
Hi.
Hi.
I really, 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 really felt like I wanted for nothing and just this space. It's thank you so much. And I've been practicing the bicycle. See you. So, oh, thank you. Very happy to.
Mm. Beauty.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sylvie?
Yes, just a tiny little question about what Yatren spoke. Is there a moment of free fall, total surrendering? Because I had twice this feeling of now I'm gonna fall into it, and then fear arises and the moment stops. But really the moment of totally letting go. So does it exist?
I don't think your mind can conceptualize it. You know, to even have an idea about it would pollute it. Something is coming and checking it out, and it's got its own intelligence. You don't have to trouble yourself with it at all.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Sylvie. Thanks for hosting.
Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you everybody for showing up. Love, peace, joy, beauty. Ciao.